Marshmallow Fanboy back with an update on Yo-Jo June and the HasLab exclusive, which turns out to be the Dragonfly chopper. Emily and Lenny introduced it this morning and went down the list of its features, so let's take a look. If you haven't already, just go to HasbroPulse.com and go to HasLab. And already, the first day, I think it's been about 12 hours, there's over 8,000 backers, 2,000 left to get to the bare minimum to go into production. This is the base offering. Wild Bill, the chopper, the stand, and all of the effects and loadouts. The loadouts are customizable. You can arm or disarm the Dragonfly as you see fit. Of course, with the stand, you can have the chopper sort of in a takeoff position, leaning back, or sort of pointing forward in a sort of attack position. This thing is over 2.5 feet long. If you go to YouTube and you look at the Hasbro Pulse video, you can see them lifting this thing up. It's a resin model, it's unpainted, and it's probably a little bit heavier than it will be because the real one will be plastic, but you can see how enormous it is compared to them. They demonstrated the multiple lighting combinations this morning. They went over the LED heads-up display and the spotlight and some of the little lights on the front. This was my favorite part because it was hilarious. The copter blades function with the manual blade spinning action. That means you take your hand and you spin the blades. That's a very fancy way of saying this isn't motorized. You do it yourself. Let's see that in action. Whoa. And that is exactly how it'll look when you spin it yourself. It says manual rotation. Product does not move by itself in the bottom right hand corner. And of course we're getting Wild Bill, which is both good news and bad news. Bad news because if you're buying multiple choppers, it means you're getting multiple Wild Bills, and you're also maybe getting multiple ripcords and whoever else is coming along for the ride. I think it would have been cool to have sort of a pilot body that's male and female, where you could take the head off one of your Joes and you could just put it on that body, and then you'd have an instant sort of army builder. But I do love a Wild Bill, and I can't wait to add this guy to my collection. There's this detachable Goldwing canopy on the cockpit, which means that it comes up like Goldwings if you want a quick getaway, but the cockpit itself will also raise up like it did on the original. So Goldwing there, or lift the cockpit up. And of course, look at the amazing details. The exterior lighting's very cool. There are so many features on this thing. Let's scroll down and take a look at a little bit more. There are places where you can take the sides off to see the inner workings of the chopper, including the turbine, some of the weapon systems. You also have this tow winch here, and this, which they're affectionately calling chips and salsa. There was a lot of talk in the chat that people would like to see a lifeline with a stretcher that can be attached to the tow winch. I think that is an awesome idea, but we'll probably only get a Night Force version of that character, as I think most of the other characters they're going to release as a single pack, and they're not going to want to commit that one character to this. Ripcord is cool, but he isn't the original Ripcord. He's the Night Force version. And this is everything Night Force Ripcord comes with. Like I said, this thing is enormous. And it looks like a ton of fun. I am a sucker for GI Joe, and I knew I was probably going to get anything they offered today. So I enthusiastically back it, and I can't wait to get it next summer. So until next time, enjoy your toys.